Hey guys, been Mushmere, back in another video, and today I'm going to show you how to make a Minecraft calculator. Right now we're going to be doing the adding part, so how to do addition. First thing we're going to want is a bunch of logic gates. I'm just going to briefly go over them, and then you can always look back, and we can show you how to build them when we're building the actual calculator. We won't be using all of them, we'll just be using some. So first one we have our NOT gate. When the input's on, it's going to turn it off, and vice versa. The NOR gate, when either one of them are on, it's going to turn it off, and when they're both off, it's going to turn that on. An OR gate, same thing as that, but it's always off unless you flick one of the levers. And then we have an AND gate. Both of them have to be down for it to turn on. And we have a NAND gate, which is the same thing as that, except they have to be both be down for that to be on. A NOR gate, so either one has to be on. If either one's on, it will turn on, and if they're both on, it's going to turn off. And then we have an XNOR gate. If one of them is on, it's going to turn off, and if they're both down, it's going to turn back on. Okay, those are logic gates. Now let's get to building our basic adder component. And this is fully expandable. You can do a lot, and every input is in binary. Let's get the basic components. I'll get some more fast. We'll go some of this, and then we're going to need, we need the sign. We need levers, redstone torches, blocks of redstone, redstone comparators, repeaters, lamps, redstone lamps, and some redstone dust. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna have our inputs just for visualization. So this is input 1, input 2, and our sum. And our sum right here. Just add some levers. And with that, we'll have them coming out. And now what we want to do is we want to build a couple of gates. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to build our XOR gate. So we're going to come over here, we're going to find our XOR gate. Here we go, our XOR gate. And then we need a whole line of redstone, 2 dots, some of that. Alright. I hope I remember that. I'll just put a lever on top just so I know where the inputs are. Full line of redstone, 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 redstone. Make sure it's on subtract mode for the repeaters. Not repeaters, the comparators. And there we go. And there we go, we have our XOR gate. And now, we want to hook up our first input into the first slot of that. So we're gonna drag some redstone in there. And boom. And with our redstone in there, we need our second input, which is going to be from our second input area. And now we have our 2 inputs, so one of these down, both of them down, and did do something wrong. Oh, I had just repeaters going into them. There we go. And now, for next time, we're going to build an AND gate right here. So mark that right there, and we're gonna go get our AND gate. Do we find it? Is that our AND? Nope. Alright. So 3 redstone, 2 dust, and a comparator. And almost every single comparator is gonna be on subtract mode. Boom. There we go. Now for that AND gate, we're going to hook up our second input. And we're also going to input our first input. I am going to build over a little bit, because we are using that second output later. Bring that down, boom. And then when both of these are down, that also turns on and that turns off. One of them down, that's on, that's off. And now our third thing, we're going to have to build another AND gate right here. We'll put it right here. Boom, bam. Boop, bam, bam. Alright, great. Two more input levers. And that AND gate is going to consist of our first input right there. Oh, we're going to have to move this a little bit because I need to go up. Alright, good. That's not going to interfere. And we're going to bring that into our second part of the input. Down. One more up because this is going to interfere with that. We're just going to bring that to the bottom of that. That later. And then we are going to, for the other part of that, we're going to need this. So we have this, have that coming out. Straight into there. There we go. And now we need another XOR gate. Right over here. More levers, boom, boom. Our redstone. Redstone, 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 redstone. Our repeater thing. And on subtract. Alright, there we go. Now for the output of the XOR. Oh, we're going to need our outputs too. So this is our sum. And this will be our carry. And now this output is going to go straight into our sum. And then this AND output. So we have two ANDs, right? Yep. Now we need to build an OR. Pretty simple, okay. I just put it right here. Alright. And then the output of this second AND right here will go directly into the top of this OR. I do this, that is going to power that, dang it. We're going to need this to go into this over here. How could we get power to this? Oh, here we go. Dang it. There we go. And with that. And now we have our adder. When one of them is down, that first thing, oh, or it would do something wrong. Oh yeah, we forgot to hook up this other XOR gate. The output of that will also go into the first bit of the XOR. Let's find it. Boom, 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 bam. First into the XOR. Also, I should probably turn this off. Where's the XOR? Here. And then our so the XOR goes in there, and then our output also goes in there. So here, and then we need this. Okay. Boom, bam. Alright. And now, when one of them is on, we should get something going. Or not. Why? Okay. Let's make sure we got everything right. on. Alright. And 2 of them are on. Into the sum. They're on. Because in both. One's on. That's what's only on. Let's find out what's right. There goes, that goes. Bottom of the end, and top of the zor. Bottom of the zor, bottom of the end. And then the bottom goes boom, straight into the end, and bottom of the zor. Ah, so that's why. Just extend that. Any signal too weak. And alright, I think that should be it. So when one of them's on, it's not supposed to do that. Wow. Alright. Hope we get back. Alright, I'm back. What we forgot is we need to make this a repeater. Make sure any input is a repeater. And there we go. So, in this basic adder function, or adder gate, is when one of them is on, it turns on turns on 1 for the sum and 0 for the carry. Any of them on will do that. When 2 of them are on, any 2 of them, it will turn on. Let's see. It will turn on the other one. When 2 of them are on, it will turn on that other one. And when all 3 of them are on, it'll turn on just those 2. Alright. And now with our adder done, we can move on to the next step. Oh, figured out one simple mistake. I added right after that, which started powering that, so you want to add that there. So now it's truly, when one of them's on, it's going to power one, 2 of them on, it's going to power the other, all 3 of them are on, it's going to power both. And now we're ready to move to the next step. Okay, here's the next step. Next step is we want to, so this part is the expandable part. I installed a world edit mod for me to simply do this. You can simply just do this also with the /clone. Pause, and then where you pause, and then where you want to place it. So I'm marking on my area. We went right here, and I need my skybound area. Boom. And with this, we're gonna get pause 1, pause 2. I'm gonna stand right here when we copy it. / copy. Boom. Now we're gonna build our adder right over here. We're gonna do a 2-bit adder for now, so we can add only up the numbers up to 3. / paste. Let's do it actually one higher. / paste. There we go. We want 1. Since we're doing 2-bit adder, we want number 2. There we go. And with our 2-bit adder, we can do something pretty simple. So we're our 2-bit adder. Where is it? We're gonna have a input panel. So let's actually get our stuff back out. So we need 3 of those sections. So input 1, input 2, and input number, input number 3. This will be our carry and everything, and then we're having our output area, which should just be carry and then R2. There we go. Now we're gonna add our levers down here for our inputs. Boom. Our first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get our carries done, and we're gonna hook up the outputs. So here's our carry. We're gonna have this. So I go to this. No wait. Yeah. We want this to go all the way over here. So this is our. So make sure you keep note. So from left to right of all your adders. So this is adder 1, adder 2, and so the first adder go straight down, and make sure your redstone can actually reach. I've just added a little, not there. I'll add a little redstone there, so I know when to add another thing. Boom, right there, into the output. And, oh wait, no. Alright, so this first one, we don't want to go straight into the output. We want that to be going straight into the next carry function. So boom, and then right into there. And that's going to be put into our next carry. We'll turn that off. And then with our last adder, so your last adder, that's what's going to go into here. Add this there so we can see. That. And into there. Boom. Now our adder's on. Move that. There we go. And you just want to wrap this all the way around to the next adder, again and again, until you reach the last adder, which goes straight into the output. Just like that. And then we're going to take over adders. And so then, since this is the first adder, that first adder goes straight into the first output there, or the last one. So we just have a pyramid of things, and when that is off, and you want to do that for every adder that you have. You just want it to go, and it goes straight out. Ooh. Take this. Alright, now we got to hook up our inputs. Now we take our sum input and we just put it into the first thing. Okay, and we hook that all up. Now, for every input, for every size, we're gonna add a repeater. So since this is the first one in a binary, because in binary we go from right to left, so this is the first one, we're gonna go and hook that up to the, oh, it's on the second input, so we gotta put it over there. But since it's the first one, we hook it up to that is the second input, so we hook it up over there. And it's the first one, so we hook it up to the first adder. And boom. And then now we do the same for the other one, but since this is the second number, we go to the second. Into here. And boom. And then now the second one. Oh yeah, because we gotta do this. There we go. Oh, and this. There we go. Now we gotta make it all the way over here. We input that. And we gotta find some way. And boom. And then we add a repeater there. And it hooks it up nicely. So now, our thing should be done. So let's just give it a good test real fast. And we'll test it out. So, in binary, so this would be 1, this would be 2, and this would be 3, and this would be 0. So now, we're going to do 2 plus 1, and that equals 3, correct? And then, if we do anything more, because this can only hold 0, 1, 2, and 3, so if we try holding 4, so 3 plus 1 is going to overflow into our adder thing. Carry, yes, there we go. I'm just dumb. And then we try add more. It just gonna keep it on carry. So we can also just do like 1 plus 2. There we go. And now 1 plus 2 is 3. And then if you want to make this expandable, have a bigger one over here that I made earlier. This is one adder, 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 adder. And we just hook it all up. And you just, so there's 4 adders, so 4 input buttons, 4 output, and you just put it exactly the same. So adder, that input goes like there, that input goes to there. And you just want to expand that, so like you can do like 4 plus 2, no, 3, so 4, 5, 6, 7. So there you go, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then if we do like 8, no, 10 plus 2, it's going to equal 12. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And add another extra 1, and boom. And then if we overflow, which this is 15, we add an extra 1. That's going to make it 16. It's going to overflow right into our carry. And it's kind of slow because we have so many repeaters. I'm going to try and make a 0 tick repeater, so it would be better. And with all that off, 0 plus 0 is equal to 0. And then carry a 1, and wow, it equals 1. There we go. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Go make big computers with this. You can also do subtraction, but that would require some more stuff, like OR gates and stuff, like a bunch of XOR, NOTs, and AND gates. I might make a video on that, but that's all for now. Goodbye.